is live.
Zephyr.
We're here in the Citizen Journalism Friends Discord, ready to learn about some... What's going on in chat? Hello, hello. We're going to do some animated graphics today. We are streaming right now if you guys want to watch. I'll share my screen here for those in the Discord. You won't get to see my beautiful face. If you want to see my beautiful face, you have to go check me out on Twitter. Either my personal account, Dream Test Labs account, and or MaddoxMakes plays YouTube, I believe, is what we've got rolling right now. So welcome, welcome. If you've never been to one of my courses, Maddox Mondays, here we come. How goes? How goes? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I know. I self-affirmation in the mirror every day. I go, I am beautiful. I am deserving. I am kind. I am worth love. All right, let's do this. Getting my board together for you guys. Close all this stuff out.
All right, the bot looks like it's tracking properly, guys.
Nice, nice.
So,
Nice, nice. All right. I'm gonna move stuff around here. All right. We need, yeah, looks like we're live in all the spots. Very good. All right, I'll show you guys the, we posted about it as well. So you already kind of get a glimpse of what we are doing today. Let me share my screen for y'all. Alrighty, here we go. Here we go. Who's ready for some animated graphics? Let's freaking go. All right. Y'all can see my screen now.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. All right. So, the animated graphic even has some noise. Ooh. And a little swoosh. Nice. All right. So, that's what we're making today. We're going to make some animated graphics, and to do that, what we're going to be doing is using Canva, and I'll even show you other ways we can do it in CapCut using some of the assets we make in Canva as, you know, layers in your CapCut as well. So, for those that have CapCut, pull it up, or Canva, pull it up wherever you got it. Something you can use on mobile too. Some mobile users, no excuse. Here's what we did. So let's take a look first off at the layers. So we do that by pressing Alt-1. I used a black background for this one, and there is a, let me zoom out so I can show you guys what it looked like layer wise. So there's a purple square, right? And the purple square is what's making that like slide transition effect, or that like, you know, swipe. There you go. So it starts, let me see, it starts without and it comes up and then it goes away at the very end. Shoop. So if we want to look at what made that square move, we're going to go to the animate, and I use wipe. And when you, like, you're just going to click animate. Some of these are going to have crowns next to them. Most of them should be fine, at least with, like, you may not be able to change the speed or the direction without a pro subscription for Canva, but you should at least have a base animation from any of them. Let me know if I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, I can show you how we can do it in CapCut without anything here at all. But this is a purely built out of Canva, and then I'll show you guys another way to do it in CapCut as well. But so I did that first. I started with the black background. I grabbed a square. And then I just gave it an animation. And what I wanted it to do was, first off, it starts black, and I wanted it to slide across the screen, so I put that square at an angle, and I just played with the wipe speed and direction. For me, it was an up, and it, you know, on a like a 45-degree tilt, it was able to come across the screen, bloop, like that. And then I had it set to reverse the animation at the end, and that's where it gets a little funny because it's like a very quick pull off. It goes in a lot slower than it goes out, so I didn't feel like I had a lot of control on this. I'm sure somebody who does this stuff, animating in Canva, could master the speed on both sides. I at least I think. Let's play it again really quick. So that's really slow, and then it comes in a little faster. It runs away. So maybe it's something about how I put it on the timeline, the duration there. Not really sure. But again, I didn't really feel totally in control, even with a pro account on Canva. Then another little fun. So let's watch the text come down. So the text comes down, and initially it looks like a solid, piece of text. But if we go back to the layers again, we actually have two pieces of text. We have one that is a solid, and that is underneath the Maddox here. And then we have one on top that is we go to the effects, hollow graph. It's the same font, but we used a different style. And that was just the cutout hollow, text there. So I laid them on top of each other. Initially,
there we go.
Said,
good morning, everybody. How's it going?
Oh, there you are.
I unmuted on the software. I just didn't unmute on the headset itself.
No, you're good. So, and you gave me a chance to check sound. I can hear you in Discord on the stream, and I can hear me in. Sweet. All right, we're all good there. What is going on, everybody coming in? Hello. We're going over how we made this animated graphic, and then we're gonna make our own as well. So, I am
good. I'm trying to eat and make sure that Maddox is hosting his event and doing this, and yeah.
Sit back and enjoy. So initially, when you do the hollow effect
with this, steaming pile of.
Can you hear me, Terrace?
Hi, Fathom. Again, what are we doing with this steaming pile of dumpster fire?
Terrace, can you hear me? Have I been talking to myself this whole time? Oh my gosh, Terrace, you scared the daylights out of me, dude. Okay, everybody else can hear? Oh my gosh, Terrace is talking to a meeting and like
a mic check for me. So
not
we're waiting for what?
I'm gonna mute Terrace. Mute Terrace. At Terrace. We're gonna yell at him. Mute. We don't want to be in your meeting. I don't think he knows. All right. So, very good. All right. We'll shut Terrace up in a sec. There he goes. Okay, cool. Back to Maddox. All right. This is the Maddox Monday. Come on. All right. Can I say it a little more vain? Can I be a little more humble? All right. So guys, I layered the text here, and I did that to get this effect where I can. Hello, everybody. Hello. Thanks for saying hi in chat. Hello. Yes. So to get this effect where like I have text behind and I have text in front, so that Maddox's head doesn't just cover, so it doesn't say anima affix, right? Because that's what it would without this layer here, right? It would look ridiculous. So I made a copy of the text, and then I just added a hollow effect there, and I placed it right on top of the other. And then the other thing to note, when you first add the hollow effect, see how that's 10-point thickness? I think it starts at 50. So that looks really silly, kind of like way too thick, and doesn't really do what I was looking to do. It works, but it's not as fine. So I brought that down to 10, or I just grabbed the slider and I found it where it made sense, and it doesn't like, wipe away all the text so you can't read it. Still wanted it to be readable, even, double layering it on top of itself. I picked 10 as the thickness of that, just so it looked a little cleaner there. You can still see my fingers coming through, my head's coming through it even. And then even this little arrow can come through as well during parts of the animation. And then I just got really silly. So like, I brought both of those text layers should be on the same animation. Again, I used baseline for this one, and I used to animate both on in and out. You can set it to do it on enter only, but then it won't go away. So you want to do it, you can also do it to be there and leave, but we wanted to have it come in and come out. So it has to be both. You adjust the speed here. If you select both of them, in theory, when you click animate, both of them should work on the same speed dial here. However, if one works and the other one doesn't, you might have to refresh the page. I had that issue where one looked like it was coming in slower than the other, and then I refreshed the page and it was fine. If not, just make sure that you click one, go to animate, make sure that your speed is. The problem is there's no number on the speed dial, so I really wanted to do it both at the same time, so I knew they were the exact same speed coming into the scene and coming out of the scene. Because if I, for example, have the top layer selected and I go to animate and the default is here and I move this here, right? When it comes down, it's going to come down really funny and you're going to see that, right from the go. And I didn't want that to happen, right? Or it splits. So I have to make sure that those two are traveling at the same speed. Okay. So should be fixed now. Yes. And it goes away. So if they come down together, it looks like one thing. And then I added Maddox's face to come in from the bottom. Ready? Peekaboo, peekaboo. So I used baseline again to do that. I just grabbed my image, go to animate, baseline, and then I added another thing on top of baseline. So it's both speed goes up and it reverses the on the exit animation, it goes back down, right? But then I had to add another thing, which was create an animation. And you click on that, and what you do is you you hold shift while you're grabbing your image, and you just move it, and you see the purple line happening right there? It will follow whatever I set it to. If you hold shift, it does straight lines. If you don't, you can do free, whatever, craziness. And it'll do that as, you know, whatever you set it to do. I had to also select an add-on effect of rotate and an add-on effect of wiggle to get it to do what it did. So play with it, have fun, go crazy, whatever you want to do. This was me just being absolutely silly and just having a lot of fun with it. And then I added this arrow, and the arrow has a wiggle. I don't think I'd add it. No, I made the arrow purposefully. You can see the purple line here. This is me like shifting it around, making it go bouncy. And then I added the wiggle, and the wiggle does its own thing, right? So the lines moving is me clicking on the create an animation path, and I moved it. And then the secondary is the wiggle, which makes it wiggle. I made it black so that when the scene starts in black, you don't notice it. It's already there. You didn't know because it's black. But it's already there, and you kind of see it when the letters come through, right? So it slides in, and then slides on top. And then it starts kind of pointing through the animated word and then my hand, and then goes away. All right. Is it the cleanest? Absolutely not. Does it get the job done? Sure does. We made this in, just for time reference, probably like 25 minutes, just about. It's a total of 5 layers on top of a background. It's not a whole lot, but the finished product is fun. The only other layers I didn't really mention, because they don't show up on the position layers, is the sound layers that are these 2 lines here. You can add sound to any video content on Canva. The first sound I added, this is an AI. There is an AI generator for music in Canva. Where did I find it? Let me see. Where did I find that? Did I just search AI music? Because that would be my upload files. Go to elements. I think I just searched music, and then I used this app, AI Music. I don't know if this, let's check if it's a premium tool or not. I know with most of the AI tools on Canva, you get at least a few tokens a month, and then it will switch to a plan. Maybe it's because I'm in a plan that I have this for free. Not really free. I pay for the pro. You're on a AI Music's free plan, so there is a free plan. Okay, very good. So personal use free plan, you get 180 tokens a month and 10 soundtracks a day with my current plan. So not bad. You can. All I did was I selected pop, and I gave it a little bit of a a prompt, and I said I want it to do this. Make a thing. So it made a very basic like MP3 file for me. It's just a little, noise in the background, nothing. It's very low too. If I wanted to change that, I can select the 3 dots. I can go to volume and I can bring it up. Now it sounds louder. You guys should be able to hear it a little more. And then you can also beat sync, which is really cool. I believe this means you can beat sync it with elements. Yeah, that's really cool. So you could do that, but that looks like it's a premium tool. It's got the crown next to it. So I didn't play with that. I just threw something in the background. And then the only other sound I uploaded, if you don't want to mess with AI music, is I uploaded a swipe noise so that when Maddox goes away, I swipe out. Right? Why am I not seeing? Oh, because I'm clicking on assets, maybe. Did I lose Maddox? Where did Maddox's... what did I do? Let me refresh the page really quick. I think I just... Yeah, I borked it out. Okay, so we press play. What did I do? Did it bork? Click, elements, duration. There it goes. All right. So there's a swoosh noise when I leave. Did I go somewhere? Kakarot, can you hear me? When will I check the chats? Oh no, I'm moving a mile a minute. I'm good. That's 3 minutes ago saying I'm good. When it comes to designing, Maddox, how do you find your pace and motivation to create outstanding graphics using Canva? Grace Tech, direct answer to that is sometimes we're not in the mood to be creative. And if you're not in the mood to be creative, this is going to sound really niche and silly, but like, do what you can to take care of yourself so you can find your creative happy place. And usually that starts with like halt. Have you guys heard of halt? Now I'm going to get like, a little therapeutic on you guys. So hungry. Am I hungry? Angry? Am I angry at something? Do I need to resolve something first? Lonely? Do I need a hug? Like sometimes I just ask my kids for hugs. Go ask a friend for a hug, whatever. And then tired, like go take a nap. You know what I mean? So like take care of basic necessities is kind of the idea. Like if you're just kind of like not there, uncomfortable, whatever, take care of the basic needs. Then come back when you're in a more creative place. Any of those things can take like 10 to 20 minutes and just run through the list until you're back in a zone again. Then if it's graphics, I can sometimes throw on music. If I'm doing editing, I can't throw on music because I need to listen to what I'm editing. But the most important thing of all, don't take yourself too seriously and have a lot of fun when you're making anything. Because if you're not having fun, it will show through your graphics, I've found. It will feel like a job and it won't be your best work. That's just my own experience to that answer. I hope that helps, Grace Tech. I mean, just have fun, dude. Have fun. That's the most important. Let me make sure. Which is layered on which, the hollow or the solid on the hollow? That's a good question, Jay. You always want to have the solid behind the hollow because if it's the other way around, you won't be able to see the hollow, right? So anything lower on the layers list, Alt-1 again, is behind. Anything higher is on top, right? So if we swap those around, I can do it in real time. I can do this in real time. Let me grab, wait, click, duplicate. All right, I'm gonna make another copy of these. All right, and I'm gonna color one for you so you can see the color differences. All right, there's the blue one. And we're gonna make this one purple. Or maybe orange. Or yellow, so we can see it. All right, cool. So, okay, so you see, this is the exact same thing, just copied and in different colors, so you can see the difference. The solid is the blue, and the hollow is the yellow. From there, right, if I swapped, oops, haha. So let's put let's just take the layer and put it behind, or put it on top of it. You can still see some of the yellow on the outside, but it's behind it now. Okay, so let's put it back in front. Now it's on top. Now it's behind. And you can see also, if I put, now this is going to get a little weird, but let's take the hollow and put it behind the Maddox. And there's the thick one in front. We've lost the effect of me going through the letters, right? Because you need the background and you need the outline through me. When I go through, it becomes like almost like X-ray vision, right? This lecture does work for mobile. It's just a few more button clicks and button holds. You can do everything I'm doing in Canva on mobile. You just got to know the tools. This is done on the PC. Of course, Grace Tech. Which catches your attention more, motion or color? Color, dude. Because you can have a very still image still pop. You know, you can have a very graphically moving. Let's make that argument. Hang on. Can I do that? Dude, we're gonna mess this picture up. We're gonna have some fun. Let's see. We're gonna go to edit. We're gonna go to adjust. We're gonna go to the saturation, bring it all the way down. We're gonna go to this one. We're gonna change that to a lighter gray. All right, you guys ready? You guys ready for this? Oh, it didn't change my face like I thought it would. It's really boring. It just like made me sad, honestly. All the grays. So my point is, like, color is important, man. Like, you gotta have contrasting colors. This is so boring, you know? Right? Did that solve the argument there? Color is so important. It's important all the way, you know, through the animal kingdom, right? Like, people choose mates over this stuff, right? Makes you feel things. You know, it's important. All right, color. Motion is just fluff. Motion is just flex. You know, might be fun. It might be emphasis, but I think more importantly, color over animation. All right, we are talking about animated graphics today. They are fun. But without the color, like, you don't care. I don't. Let me say it. It just makes me feel differently if it wasn't for color. Moglin says motion is only most important in the bedroom. See? There's your answer, guys. That's the one. I read it without reading, and that's fine. It was perfect answer. I think that's right. Color's more important, right? Thank you, Moglin. Let's see. Oh man. What do you got here, Moglin? Can I open this? What are you doing here? We're gonna open a secret doc here. Thanks, Moglin. What are you trying to say? You want to collab? You're cute. So, guys, you guys have heard Moglin's name before. He's hanging out with us today. Moglin's the guy who helped me out once upon a time when we were making game night banners with doing like the shader filters, essentially. So, like, if we take another box and make it black, and then make this transparency down to like 9. And then we put that layer. Let's put that layer. Might not work with all my flips of color, but like the example would be like I'm separating the background from the foreground image by setting, you know, stuff on top of this little layer here to kind of help me pop out more from the background, especially when we have graphics that are also like really busy. Let's take an example. Image, I don't know, something busy. Golly, give me a background. Here, let's take this. All right, so like this is just an image from Destiny, right? Let's put this as their background instead. Pop this one for now. So like if I wanted to pop out over this busyness, right? That's that layer we talk about once in a while. And then we put it in the background. Now, like, we can have a busy background, but I'm still front and center, focus. Yeah? Yeah, we kind of fade it out without having to like, because if we ditch this layer, right, very busy. If we try to transparent this layer, it just looks shitty, right? It just looks gross. So we don't want that, right? So you guys can thank Moglin for that little tip. I've mentioned that before. It's a good one. Oh, more questions. Jay, what's up? I have a question not related, but how do I edit an already made graphic, one I didn't create on Canva, to edit the text? I mean, like cleaning or removing text and writing without touching other things in the graphic. Let's talk about, Jay, remind me, who's this Maddox? I think you guys have a copycat Maddox in the Discord. Ooh.
You don't own the name.
Oh. But they're,
It's
well.
not like he's trying to like clone your thing or anything. So yeah.
Okay. Maddox everywhere. I don't own Maddox, of course not, but you know. Of course not.
You made your thing MaddoxMakes because somebody already had Maddox.
Oh no, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
That conversation distinctly.
I don't know, man.
About how you became MaddoxMakes.
I don't know, man. Here, I'm putting. There you go. That's in my chat right now. All right, so. All right, so we dissected the graphic that I used for the post today. Bonk, 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 bonk. We talked about how we can animate it. Oh, the last thing I was going to mention just before I moved on was just the last little bit of sound. That's this little whoosh noise. So when I go away, whoosh, right? Very, very cool noise. I have a whole folder dedicated to sounds. And it's not plugged in right now. I have it on a portable drive. But sometimes I need sounds for graphics, like this one. Sometimes I need sounds for videos, for edits, just little bits and bobs. And I don't need, like, you can do this a couple of ways. One, we always have to think about copyright stuff, of course. Like, so, like, copying things just at your own, discretion. Make sure that you're disclosing things and you're not using, more than the allotted amount of copyright material. Usually it's like 4 seconds of a song or something like that. But if I need a quick hit sound, I go to tuna.voicemod.net, and from there I can literally just say transition. You're gonna find a lot of trash here, but I can cycle through all these community uploaded sounds. There's a swoosh. There's the SpongeBob bubble noise. There's a whoosh. Batman transition. Some other, right? So I can just find something that, and then that stuff shows up, and like you're like, that's not a whoosh, whatever. But like, you can find stuff. You can just grab it and download it. No big deal, easy peasy. And then once you have it, let's grab the Batman one, right? So I like this one. I just hit this little. It's so small for you guys. I'm so sorry. You can share it with a friend, but I just hit this cloud button.
That's what she said.
And then you're just gonna throw it in the folder you'd like to throw it in. I'm just throwing it in here for now. Once you have your transition sound or whatever you're using for said transition, you just go into uploads. I upload elements.
Are all of these DRM free, or are they like?
No, because they're community submitted. So you really do have to consider, like, the source is not free, not open, not ready to, like, just be careful, I don't think anybody from Batman's gonna come bust me up for using the Batman transition noise. But if it was you can also find songs in here, like, for sure. And like those are definitely gonna get you in trouble if you, let's say,
if you post it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying, right? Like somebody's gonna say like, So be careful with this stuff. If you're posting it on a site that could, mute you, block you, you don't want copyright strike stuff on your YouTube content. TikTok has its own slew of music though that you can use. So they've got deals with TikTok. You can just throw it. You can take your almost edited thing, throw it through TikTok's editor, and finish off the music there. That's actually probably the better option if you're a TikTok media maker. Do that. JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. It's a good one, you know? I'd love to use that and stuff, but, you know, people know it. So, yes, royalty free is the way. You can go to YouTube, and you can literally type in royalty
they have their
free.
own sounds now that you could add in. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, TikTok's always been good for it. Is that what you meant?
I'm saying YouTube too.
YouTube too?
Like when you make
I haven't played with their studio recently.
Sound, yeah, you can add a sound to your like clip or whatever.
Fantastic.
It's kind of nice. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, once you find that sound, all you're going to do is go to your upload section and you're going to grab this, drop her in. Why is that not to work? Drop it in. Click it. No, hang on. Uploads. Upload my sound. Did this earlier. Hold on. Drop it here. See? Here. Drop it in. I've dropped it 3 times. Okay, perfect. So then I can take it from here and drop it on my storyboard. Boop. Should be that easy, but it's not. Canva sometimes freaks out. Refresh the page. Refresh the page. Gosh. Oh my gosh. Click. Design. Elements. Uploads. Audio. That's where you'll find that. Duration to see the storyboard. And Batman transition. See where it says drop music? You probably want to drop it there. That's probably why it didn't work. Okay. So we can put it about here. I like wherever you start dropping it, you see where I'm moving, like Maddox is moving up there. I can just kind of find where Maddox is dropping out and just kind of drop it to see what happens. Let's ditch this one for now, so we just have the Batman noise, and we're gonna go. And I left, right? So fine tune it as you will. If you need to be more precise with your movements on the storyline, control and zoom in, and then you have more of the soundbite there, and you can really see where it drops in. You can be a little more precise, 3.1, 3.2 seconds, right? And I know that like right here, where it should start, and then just check it. A little late, so maybe a little earlier. Oh, now it's so late because it's freaking out. I don't know what's going on. Did I mute it? Okay. This is one of the finicky things that, like, Canva's not necessarily a movie maker, right? It can. It's capable. It does things. Let me show you what this looks like in CapCut. So that's the other half of this lesson today, is that you don't need to use one tool. Canva, of course, is my, graphic maker of choice. It's what I pay into premium for. It's what I use every single day. Is it possible to extract soundtracks from movies to Canva? Yes. If you're pulling something from YouTube, there's a couple ways to do that. There is TubeRipper. You can take a link from YouTube and just drop it into TubeRipper. It does have ads. It does have some finicky business, and you can only do so many, and it's API calls and blah blah blah. But ideally, if you throw a link into TubeRipper, then you can turn it into an MP3 or an MP4. You can capture the whole, movie / music. If you want to be a little more self-sufficient and only capture a piece of that, because TubeRipper won't let you select what you are ripping. If you wanted to you take OBS, right? And from OBS, you could just set a recording path, and then anything on your screen, as long as your audio mixer had that channel being monitored, it could record. Test recording, stop recording, and then I don't know where it's recording to because, it's got a recording path. Good. File, show recordings. Then, today's 27th, probably here. Is that it? Maybe not. Where'd it go? Is it still thinking? Oy vey. Well, you would just go through there, and then you could essentially make your own recording of whatever you're listening to or watching or streaming or have you. I don't know why it's being silly, but maybe it's still thinking. It says it's 0. We cannot wait a bit and then try again. Yeah, it's the codec is working to stream right now to you guys. Plus my replay buffer's up. Whatever. But yeah, you could just grab it and then you could essentially take that file and throw it through CapCut. You just rip the audio. You could, you can do a number of ways. Netflix's True won't work because there is a way. There is a way if you like disable hardware acceleration on your Chrome and play it through Chrome, and there is a way. I don't know how to do it, and I'm not up to fighting Netflix about pulling content from Netflix, so I'm not really into it. I don't usually try. I think there is a way. I don't know it well enough, nor do I think it's really like I know it's against their terms of service. So we won't teach it. But yeah, there's a way. Don't know how. I don't know how. I don't really care. I could probably find it on YouTube. I could probably find like on VoiceMod, I can probably find a clip from a famous line or a quote. That's more like what I would use versus like a full clip itself per se. Because we don't want to just recycle content with a couple of things and call it our own. That's not really, that can be tricky. It can be very tricky. And, we don't, but yeah, OBS can do a lot. OBS can grab a lot, whatever you tell it to, basically. So, as long as, Moglin's right that Netflix has a really awesome blocker. So it'll give you a black screen. It won't give you sound. It stops encoding for OBS. It'll come up as black and silent. I've done that before. It's not fun. So let's open up a new project. It's asking me if I want a new project or a new update, and probably do, but not today. Okay. So recognize this piece down here. Same thing in Canva, the little duration area. This is our soundboard, or this is our timeline, right? With all the different layers of all the different assets. Okay, that's how you're gonna think about it. We've gone over Canva a little bit before, but let's try and recreate the same-ish thing. So standard, any media throw in here, you're gonna have a black background once you do. Let's grab some assets. So I need a folder. Bloop. Let me try and pull this in. Could not import. Let's grab media kit. Let's see what Maddox has. What does Maddox have in his bag of tricks? All sorts. Sure. Let's do the huh face. Here's my huh face. Let's do let's grab one of these. Oh, here, let's do this one.
Are you showing the CapCut version?
Yes. No? So now we do CapCut. Because I want to show more on the animated side of things. I want this one. Yes, sir. Let's grab what else? I want some of these. What else? Probably need some. Or just cuts. Probably have most of the cuts. Media kit. You can find cool things like this. This is John Cena poking his head through the paper. This also comes with sound. You can find these things. I didn't make this. You could make this. It's not super hard to do. But there's a site for these. What is it called? Green screen memes, I think. Yeah, greenscreenmemes.com has a whole bunch of them that you can take for yourself and use in your content. And I'll show you how to get those in there too. And you can find all sorts of fun memes. Cry. Let's do that. Where's the crying? Where's the crying guy who goes, "No!" That one. Or if you guys have a meme you want to see, just let me know. I'll find it, or hope to find it. Yeah, I don't know. You can get a little crazy with this. It can get a little fun. Then we're getting really into video editing. But let's go and do what I wanted to do.
Nero
so
said use the speed meme, Maddox.
the speed meme. Which one? There's a bunch of them.
Is that the one with the? I think it's the recent one where he was going live with the guys from forever ago or whatever.
Let's find out.
But I show speed.
This one? Trying not to laugh?
I think it was the one with the old guys that he streamed. Yeah, but any of the I show speed stuff is pretty good. It's funny as hell.
Yeah, this one. Come on, click. He's crazy, dude. We love speed. All right, so you just click on what you like, and you can
he's nuts, but
download it here. If you log in and pay, you can download it in 4K. I'm downloading it in high definition. Right? So whatever it is. And then like you see how it pops up in your Chrome there? You can literally just open your downloads. Open your downloads, grab it, drop it. So easy. So easy. Okay, so we're gonna start with a Maddox face just to get going here. No, we're not, because we need a background. This is, oh, because my ratio is wrong. Uh-oh. All right, so right now my ratio is set up for a long. We need to set it up for a wide. We're gonna go 16:9. Okay, there you go. See what I'm talking about, where you drop in an image and you automatically have a black background to start. Now let's just focus on like making Maddox's face move around. So usually I start where I want it to end. It's a little backwards, but like let's say it's in the middle. I'm gonna take that image. This is the only thing on my timeline. I just dropped it into the timeline, and I'm gonna go to animation, and I'm gonna go in, and there's a lot of premium ones and a lot that work still without premium. So I am very fond of slide left, right? So all we've done is clicked animation in slide left. And when it leaves, I also, like, I could have it slide, right back where it came. That would look like this, right? So the total would look like this. Slide in, slide out. Wow, that takes a long time. Okay, so this is I've got the clip right now set for 5 seconds. Let's make a 4-second clip. Boom. All right. And the duration, when you click animation in and the animation you want, I mean, this could easily be up. It could be right. It could be skeleton down. That's a Halloween one. That's fun. Free as well. This is a 3-parter, boom. It's a fancy one. It's a rotating in. That's cool. I'm very fond of just simple coming in from the left. And then down here you have duration. You have 5 seconds, right? If we wanted that to take longer, we make the duration longer. So now it takes 1.5 seconds to get there. Boom, right? If I want it to take 1 second, boom. If we want it to take 0.2 seconds, boom, very fast, right? So play with the speed. Usually you want it to match the transition or match what you're looking to, or match the ins and outs. So I want, if it comes in on 0.6 seconds, I want it to come out on 0.6 seconds, and you can change both of those right here when it has both. Okay. As well, I don't know if you guys can make it out from the stream, but down here on the actual asset or the image of my face, we have little arrows that have popped up since I added that animation to that. And it shows up here as a little arrow. As if right now the transition starts here, where that's where the arrow meets. But if I make that bigger, you'll also see it show bigger here, right, on your timeline. So you can kind of get a visual on where that transition starts. That's important when you have multiple assets going in and out at the same time. So let's, for example, use multiple Maddox heads. We're going to do, well, to make our life simple, we should probably grab the asset and duplicate it. So Control C, Control V. And now we've made a second one. Now it's going to literally just go Maddox head, but we want it to happen at the same time. And in this instance, I don't want them, right now they're on top of each other because they're exact copies. You would never know that there's two Maddox heads here, right? But let's say I wanted another little Maddox head somewhere else. I'm going to go somewhere where the transition's not happening. I can grab the image itself in frame, and I can put me here. And then I can duplicate it again. Control C, Control V. I can put it right on top, and I can make another one, and it's over here now, right? And this one is turned, and this one is turned, right? Why not? Because we can, right? They all have the same animation in and out, zoom, right? Now it's all at the same time, but let's say I want, let's say I want them to all come in order. So I'm gonna make the animation of this one, go to animation in the indicator here, inspector. We're gonna make this one 0.3 seconds. We're gonna make this one 0.9 seconds. And we're gonna make this one in the middle, or this big head, 0.6. So in theory, they should come one after another. 1, 2, 3, boom. And if you wanna, like when you have one clicked, you're gonna have that box over it. So just click off somewhere and then watch it again. 1, 2, 3, boom. It's very subtle, but that's just a little, difference there. And then I have them all set on the animation to go out at the same time. Maybe I don't want that. Maybe I want the top one, or maybe I want this one to match the animation in. So this one leaves 3 seconds before. This one here leaves 9 seconds late. And then this one here leaves the same. I did something wrong because this is backwards. Let's see if this works. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. So this one's swooping this head. So I'd actually have to undo that. So this, instead of 9 seconds, make this 3 seconds because he's last. And then make this one 9 seconds. There we go. There we go. All right, very good. So we have 3 Maddox heads coming in. They're going whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And then Maddox heads leaving. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. There we go. Did that make sense? Or did I just make everybody go crazy looking at Maddox heads? I'm a little crazy myself. Now, let's grab that whoosh noise. We'll go to, where's my voice mod? Banana. No, tuna. We'll grab a whoosh noise. Swipe. Yeah. Oh. There we go. I like that one too. Download that. And we're just going to bring that whoosh noise into all the media goes here. Make sure it's on import. Grab whoosh sound. Drop in. Now we have whoosh sound. And we can drop it right under all of our media here. And then all we're going to do is we're going to match up. See the high peak on the whoosh noise? I'm going to trim this. It's hard to see, but I'm going to make it bigger. Make it a little bigger. You guys see this big peak right here? I want this peak to be wherever there is a transition mark ending. So there's one. It's almost perfectly in line. I'm going to drag this sound bit because there's really no sound in the dead area. So I'm going to actually just tighten it up for myself. And then wherever it peaks, I want that to be where these arrows end up. And I'm going to copy this as well. And I'm going to drop another one here. Boop. And I'm going to do that V again. And then, so Control Z, Control V, or copy and paste. Put one there. And let's test that out first. Haha. Nice. So I could do that. And then I can probably, more than likely, because there's the same duration, I can just copy all 3 sounds. Copy. And selecting all of them. and then V again, and then put them hopefully right at the spots that they're leaving. And then if we got that right, huh? There you go. Does that work, everybody? Does that make sense? So we have a lot more room for using multiple assets in an animation. And then I'm gonna put this at the end here. I'm gonna take, let me see. It's a little long in the middle, honestly. I could probably take this, and drag all this in. I'm gonna probably have to mess with my, yep, the transitions go away if you cut it shorter, but that's okay. Boom, boom, boom. We're gonna cut it shorter anyway, because I don't want you guys to have to sit that long. This animation out. Probably look at what they were. So this one was 3, this one was 9, this one was 6. I'm pressing Control, selecting multiple, bringing it down to like 2, and then I'm going to do animation again. Go to slide left, and this one is 3.3 seconds. This one was slide left. This one was 0.6, or no, 0.9, and then this one was 6, I believe. Bonk, and 6. Okay, I'm gonna grab my sounds. You can highlight them all, drag them over. And oh, we have sounds on top of sounds. Please. Well, very close to one another. That's okay. The point is the point. All right, now. Oh my god, those are too close to each other, and that's okay. We're just it's that. It's a little chaotic. Okay, and then I have this like scene in the background, right? Maybe you can zoom out of your, do that. So it like what I'm doing is I have black background here. It's kind of tacky to have a full background image not touching the margin lines. So I'm gonna drag it outside of the box a little bit. It still gets the whole point across. And you know, covers the whole background now. Now, when you see the last Maddox leave, and then this one just kind of pops up, it's really abrupt, right? We don't want to do that. So first thing you want to do when adding a new element or image, we're gonna make this a little shorter, two more seconds, bringing us total of 4 seconds. I'm gonna press the animation on the inspector tab, and we could just follow suit with the slide left thing. Oops, that's the out. Okay, so when Maddox slides away, this one slides in, right? That matches. That's cool. It would work. I can also just do a fade in as well. So last slide fades in, and I can decide how long it takes for that to fade in, maybe a whole second, right? If it's like an ending screen, like you have a sound doing that, that's fun. You pick how it works. Make it make sense. You know, if it slides away and then this slides up, I don't really like it because it shows the background. Now let's do something fun. Whoa, that was cool, wasn't it? All right, so there's an energy boom. That one's free. Boom. Now it's not really fun because there's no sound, right? So we got to find a boom. So explosion, right? Explosion. Nope. That works. Nope. I liked this one. It works. It's not like, and some of them will tell you they're loud, so just a heads up. It's annoying, but some people are just trolls. So we drop that in there, grab our explosion, make it part of here, transition. Now see where the sound starts versus where the clip starts? Actually worked really well. Nice, dude. Might move it over just a smidge. I liked it where it was. It almost worked like damn near perfect. That was cool, right? So we just made an explosion. You know, and that's just something that's preset there for in the animations, like, you know, fun, easy peasy. There's also flame, you know, whatever. So have fun. And show me what you got. Now I do want to add one more thing here. If we have another asset that, let's say you want total control. Okay, so we did the the preset animations. These are templates, and all the templates are made up of is keyframes. Big words. Hold on. I promise it's not that hard. So a keyframe, right, on your timeline is any time you hit left or right on your keys. Every time the slide moves, it's a keyframe. Okay. And these keyframes can be manipulated and used, or marked rather, to do whatever we want. So let's say this is the Maddox asset, and the first keyframe, I want it completely gone. I don't want it in the frame at all. Okay, it's still here, just nobody can see that. Let's for simplicity. All right, so first thing you're gonna do is on the inspector, there's the video tab, there's basic. What software am I using? It's CapCut. Sorry, let me catch up with chat. I am so sorry. Monday's attendance quest did not open. That is a Terrace question. Okay, Terrace got that. On Zeely, bro, my phone just shoved me out of the stage. No. Am I missing any questions, Terrace? Anything I haven't answered?
I haven't seen anything yet. I'm
okay.
writing a report at the moment, so like I'm not really.
I'm just looking up the chat really quick. I appreciate all 133 of you guys hanging out today. Big, awesome. Hope you guys are learning something. Hope I'm not going too fast. We'll all get a chance.
It is recorded and will be uploaded, so you guys will have a chance to look over this again.
Yes.
There's going to be a contest around this, so you may want to check this out again just to make sure that you're following like best practices that Maddox is recommending.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Totes. But just get you guys on there. Hello. Appreciate all of you guys for being here. Thank you so much. Please feel free to ask questions in chat. I didn't mean to skip over any questions. If you guys asked something I didn't answer, just ask it again. No problem. Okay, so I do want to cover keyframes before I close out. We're at the top of the hour, and I don't like to hold you guys forever and ever. But I think this is really important for that big word, creativity, where you can really manipulate the movement in any video editor. Really, this is not native to it's native in CapCut, but I mean it's not like only CapCut does this. Any video editor can do this with an asset on the scene. So like I said, I usually start with the asset in the center of the screen or where I want it in the scene. For right now, I'm going to put it purposefully off screen, and I'm going to go under the inspector and go under the video tab. Okay. Under basic, I'm going to go to the blah, 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 blah. So I want to put a add keyframe right here where it says transform. There's this little diamond here. Now I want you to watch down here on this asset line on the timeline. When I click that, it adds a tiny diamond right there. That means that anytime that what I'm doing is taking a snapshot of where this asset is by selecting this one. This one's going to select all the different keyframes for scale, for uniform scale, for position, for rotation. There's also different premium versions of things you can as well keyframe, but for right now we're just going to go with the full solid the full keyframe. Now let's say by the time that this booms, right, I want Maddox to be here. Okay, and so we can do this a couple of ways, but I'm for the purpose of what I'm trying to show, we're gonna at this point, let's get Maddox here. Bonk. And we're going to actually make Maddox small. So I'm setting it, think of it like a claymation, like you're setting up frame by frame what you want to happen. So if I just plainly put a new keyframe right here, right? What happens in the timeline is Maddox goes from, it's very quick, but Maddox goes from here to here. Okay. And we see that it snaps. It doesn't really snap because it's too far away. So you're going to always see me drag across. That's why it might not be the best for this one. So I'll show you what just for the purpose of dragging keyframes. Boom, I moved over. Let's say like here, I want to spin, right? I can do another keyframe, and then I can do the rotate. I can just literally go to like I don't know, let's do 30% or 30 degrees, 30-degree turn. I'm gonna actually now click on this, and I'm gonna click my right arrow once, and then I'm gonna do another rotate to 60, and then I'm gonna do a keyframe more, and then I'm gonna do another keyframe, and I'm gonna set this to 90. I'm going to do a right, and then I'm gonna set this to, everybody in math, yeah, 120. And then we're going to, we need to set another keyframe, and then we need to set, go like this. And then what is after 120, guys? 50. And then set another keyframe, and then go
Well,
here.
you can adjust the keyframe intervals too.
Yes, you can. You can do all sorts. You can do all sorts. 80. We've made our full upside down rotation. And then keyframe, and then over. And you'd have to go through this process every single time. Now, blah, 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 210, I think is the next one. And then, you know, set that keyframe, move over 1 and 2. This is really boring. I used to do this with voxels, making custom animations that way. This is basic animating, which is not super fun. We're at 270. We're almost around. Very nice. I don't know if I need to do the full keyframe for the rotation because it's capturing the rotation and nothing's changed. But I'm doing it anyway just to be sure. And then we're at 300. And then one more. And then boom. 330. Almost there. Promise. And then one more keyframe, and then 360 for a full rotation around.
I had to do this for the Numis Nexus project.
Yeah,
for
it's horrible.
It's a pain in the ass.
So
But
because
once you get it on one thing, you can apply that to other things if you use like presets and stuff. Like you can make your life easier with these things too, guys.
So stupid. Now, important thing to remember, because I started the rotation on this keyframe, that means that from this keyframe, where it was 0, to this keyframe, it had to move to 30 degrees. But then once I go keyframe to keyframe, it's a quick jump to the next 30-degree stint. And that's why it starts to go slow and then moves really fast, because the keyframes are farther apart, so it has more time to make that adjustment from one frame to another, right? See that? Quick, like there's almost like a stutter in the rotation. That's why there's the stutter in the rotation. It's because it's considering this at 0 rotation and this one at 30, but this one from 30 to 60, right? Much shorter distance on the actual timeline itself to get from 30 to 60, so it's much quicker. So that's just a motion example. If I wanted to avoid the slow rotation at the beginning, I would just need to add one more keyframe here. Bonk, and I would need to reset the rotation interval to 0, and then it should do it all at one speed. Let me off click so you can see it. There you go. One perfect rotation of Maddox's head, right? So that's keyframes in a nutshell. I can as easily I can make a new keyframe to move the object or shrink the object. So let's say on, we go 1, 2, 3 keyframes more. I want to move the object completely. I can send it, make it, I can actually move it and shrink it all in the same. And we can probably even move the keyframe. Aha, we can. So, yep. So, bonk, move. So now it's here, and then if I wanted to give it the slide out animation like the background has, I could go to...
If you can dream it up, you guys can do it.
You can absolutely...
Even if there isn't a preset transition, you guys can do it manually.
100%.
Like, realistically.
Yeah.
It's just you guys have to have the willingness, the drive to do it, and the time to dedicate to doing it.
Yeah.
It's not an easy thing. unless you have tools that are paid for.
Well, and
But
even
when you
then,
do it
they don't
manually,
always
it can
have
come
what
out
you're
a lot
looking for.
better.
So sometimes you need to minor
Exactly.
tweak stuff and make it yours. And this is where knowing about keyframes, knowing about what the options are, knowing how to read the inspector, each element, you read the inspector, and each element has its own tabs and own options and own. So please, like,
Yep.
read all the tabs. But in simple, this is where your media goes. This is your previewer. This is your timeline, and this is your inspector to further inspect the assets on your timeline before they go on the previewer. Yeah, easy peasy. It's not hard. It's just a matter of knowing where the buttons are and what to do with them. So very, very cool. Any questions? I can literally do a whole thing on keyframes and animation at some point if we'd like. But I just wanted to give you guys some options for what you're doing for this project, which we're gonna do essentially. I'll open for questions before I jump into what we're up to. I see Godman typing. That's why I'm pausing. And I'll take a breath. Jeez, and a drink of coffee. Not like I need one.
Yeah, put some clothes on you, nudist. Jeez.
Hmm?
No, there was a joke going on in the chat.
Good.
You were like going full Winnie the Pooh or birthday suit
I am.
because you didn't have your cam on. Yeah.
Oh, I am. Yeah. You guys don't stream Winnie the Pooh style? What? Come on.
I go to meetings Winnie the Pooh style. What are you
Nobody
talking
has to
about?
know. You only see the upper half. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's all good.
Oh, sometimes I don't even turn on the camera. I just, like.
Absolutely, Godman. That is a perfect example of why I'm showing you both. You can most certainly create your assets on Canva first, and then upload them into CapCut to make your final animated scene, or your animated graphic, if you will. Another thing, though, to note, when we go to export this, I think GIFs are not free. Oh, it is. Look at that. Sure is. GIFs are not going to have sound, just a heads up. So we will want these to be in MP4s, especially if we're going to do it on Twitter. Yeah, sound was all free. I just found it on tuna.voicemod.com. Tuna.voicemod.net. Let it be known. I found all these for free. These are just little sound bites, community uploaded, totally available, totally easy. Yeah, you can find a lot of stuff you can use, and a lot of stuff you can't use. So just the only disclaimer there is just be careful what you grab. We'll add it in the descriptor if you'd like, but it's also in the video. I don't think I can drop it in the chat without getting yelled at by the bots. But yes, I'm showing you guys all. I always try to show you guys free options as opposed to premium options, because I personally don't think you should be investing into the tools for your creation unless, one, you use it every single day and you absolutely would pay for it because you feel because you are well, usually, like what I tell creators and like just in general, like, don't pay for anything you don't have to until you're making money to do the thing you're making, right? Like, you can use the crayons before you upgrade to the big nice shaded pencil set. Like, just like get the first product out, get the proof of concept out, do what you can with. I think I find more creativity from trying not to pay for the free easy way out, or for the expensive way out, the easy way out. I love learning workarounds, and I think all for it. I've become more versatile as a creator for that, because I know how to I know how to do a lot of things now. I had to learn all the nitty gritties, whereas like the presets don't teach you anything, and sometimes they look like presets. But yeah, don't pay for it unless you're being paid to do a job and you need something fast. If it's gonna save you time to make you money, do it. But if not, I would never tell somebody they have to premium to join one of these contests, for example. Right? This is supposed to be fun, practice, community-driven stuff, right? And I will always show you the free way to do it and work around from a premium. The only premium I really pay for is Canva, because I use Canva every single day. When did you begin as a creator? Well, once upon a time, I was 2, and I started. I don't know, man. Like, I think you mean in the space. I don't know. I've been in their space about 5 to 7 years now. Just about. But yeah, just started by trying things out, and a 5 to 7, somewhere in there. I literally joined Web3 because I wanted to learn how to create voxel art in the sandbox, and I learned how to make assets and experiences in the sandbox. And I started learning by joining contests for asset creation, and I joined over 30 game jams. I created 30 mini games in the sandbox, and I had no idea how to do either of those things before I started. I just wanted to do the things that I was thinking, that I looked at and was like, that's really cool, and I can make money doing it. Let's go. And I dedicated a lot of time and a lot of free work and a lot of mistakes to learning how to do things and that I wanted to learn in the space. And yeah, my creative juices started flowing, and it expands beyond that. I did a stream literally just showing people how I was learning how to do it, and then it turned into a art stream essentially. So that's
I just want to hop in real quick.
Please do.
Say, like, everything we do here, doesn't matter which event it is, doesn't matter where. We try to make all these events free, mobile accessible, because I know a lot of you guys don't have access to desktops.
Right.
And if you do, they're not the best. We just want to make sure that you guys are able to participate equitably, fairly. It's not always going to be it's not always going to be a situation where, like, it's completely fair. We can't account for every device. We can't account for every internet connection, but we try to make it as fair and as equally accessible as possible. Like Ymir on Tuesday, we're gonna be doing it one way or the other. If you can access it, great. If you can't, I'm sorry. But like, we can't account for every potential issue that somebody's going to make or have. Based on their thing, like their situation. But yeah, everything we do is to try to allow everybody full access.
You all are creators right now.
Yeah.
You started creating when you started creating.
You're a creator. Yep, exactly. That's just like that's like people call me a dev because I'm building a bot. I'm like, I'm not a dev. I don't know how to code. You're building something. You're creating. You're developing. And I'm like, I'm not a dev. And
sure.
For the longest time, you're gonna say I'm not a creator.
You're already creating.
Yeah.
So
I'm not a streamer, but I stream all the time, right? Like,
sure.
Shit.
Yeah. Stop being so worried about the semantics and the labels. Just get out there and try some weird shit that you've never done before. And the worst thing that can happen is you make a mistake and you learn from it. And again, like everything we just built, really quick. You guys ready? You guys ready for it? Control Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z. We're just gonna undo it all. The whole thing. It's all gone. Ready? It's all dead now. Look, we just undid the whole thing. And guess what?
Painful.
We try again. We can do it again.
That's actually painful.
Why? Do you know what happens if you accidentally control Z when you shouldn't? You can control Y. Oh no, it's not working. Oh no. I don't really care. The point is, it's an example, and it's all. Even if you lost it all, what you didn't lose is the experience of doing it, and you're gonna do it hundreds of times more, right? I can do this fast now because of how many repetitions I've taken making mistakes or doing different projects. Control Shift V. Thank you, Moglin. There you go. So we can all get it back with Control Shift V in CapCut. It's usually Control Y. But yeah. So we can get it all back. But I don't really care because honestly, just try again. Doesn't matter. It's all just stuff. It's all practice. And if you take nothing away, like nothing's perfect. Stay away from perfect. Just get it done, have fun, and be creative.
He just knows shortcuts.
I know shortcuts.
Shortcuts all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can look up Windows shortcuts all day long. There's a whole master list of Windows shortcuts.
I'm sure you have like a reference.
I do. Somewhere. I used to have it bookmarked, but there's a really great Windows 11. These are all the Windows key shortcuts.
Windows key period gives you a emoji list.
You can do all sorts, dude. That's just all the buttons that work with the Windows key. These are all the ones that I was like the typical old ones that have worked forever and ever. You know, like, so yeah, look up what did I do? Windows keyboard shortcuts, and you'll find all the goods. All the goods. Oh yeah. Shortcuts. Save time, save money, save headache, save buttons. So, all right, that is all I have for today for our lesson. What I wanted to teach you guys was how to take graphics and animate them. We're going to make something. There's really open-ended prompt there, right? But the something is going to be some kind of addition to your post. You're gonna get us to stop. Always, we want to be able to, like, we want show stopping stuff, so people stop on your post and scroll stop. I don't care what it is, what it does. I just want it to move, right? What its purpose is, I don't care. I just want it to move, and I want to see how you took individual assets, text, shapes. I have a good eye for this stuff. If you missed a lot, Mike, no worries. We have it recorded, and we'll share that with you as well. How to cut off my head? Very, very easy. One more reminder. Okay, so there's two ways. There's a free way and there's a premium way. Ready? So we're gonna take, let me make a new project really quick. Everybody asks, this is a good one. So get in some good lighting and get some pictures of yourself or somebody else or whatever. Let's take a logo, whatever, just a random workspace. We're gonna go to my uploads. We're gonna take Wong from Parallel here. Yeah? Anybody else, any Parallel players? So there's the Wong card, and we're gonna drag them out. In Canva with Premium.
Mobile yet?
Not yet. Not mobile yet.
Well, when it is, they'll know more about it.
Very soon mobile. They're working on the mobile UI. It's UX. It's amazing. Okay. I take in Canva Pro. It's a premium tool. You press background remover. Boom. Now I have a cutout Wong. Haha, it sounds funny. Then
you know there's the BG remover thing is still up, right? And then there's also an MS.
Yep, that's where I was gonna go next. So yeah, so if you don't have premium Canva, here's the free way. You drop in your blah 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 your image. Let me find Wong again. Pictures. Let me find, if I can't find that picture, I will find a picture that we can cut about. And here we go. Let's take me. Here's a picture of me, Matt, Ryan, and Icy hanging out at some conference. I just dropped it into remove.bg and it did all that for me. Super easy. And then I download this, and now that's an image. Right? Very cool. Very easy. You can even like add. I prefer to do this in Canva, but you can totally like add a background to it. Now we're in the mountains. Now we're in the woods. Now we're at a birthday party. Now we're at the beach. Like, you know, have fun with it. You don't need to do any of that though. You know, whatever. You can fine tune, adjust it. Like if like I don't want Icy in my picture, and now like it'll try to take Icy out of the picture. And, you know, that's silly. If I don't like that, I can Control Z. It's all good. So yeah, very cool. No background. There we go. Then I just download the ping for free. You get the free. If you want the max resolution, you're gonna need to pay for. Remove.bg used to be totally free. Totally free. We're gonna save that. We can bring it back into Canva. And let's get rid of Wong here. Boop. Now we have a picture of us hanging out. Now, again, the resolution is not going to be as clean. This is, again, one of the biggest reasons I pay for Canva. The resolution's a little fuzzy there. Let's see if we can clean it up, though. We're going to go edit. We're going to go to image upscaler. Ah, that's a premium now. It used to also be free, but with premium, we can upscale it. This is really bad for your images to be stretching and skewing them a bunch. That's probably why they Canva and remove.bg work together. So remove.bg's getting their new.
No,
yes, I see that I'm looking like
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of a good one.
Let me see this. Can I hang on? Let's bring that to life. All right. I always do little funny things at the end of Maddox Mondays, and this is the funny thing for today because I'm actually excited to do it. Let's take image. Single Zelda. Let's find a table. I mean, we could probably just use this one. You know who's really good at this is
Klaus and the hippos.
Yeah. I'm not an AI guy as much as some of you guys are. I'm sure some of you guys could figure this out. As soon as like some stopped doing likenesses, like I gave up. But let's save image yes. Save image single. Okay. Let's go back to here. We're gonna cut out Maddox's face. All right, I'm gonna fix this up because remove background. I have to crop it. All right, we're gonna crop around Maddox's head. Sorry, friends. Goes here. We're gonna go back into remove BG and we're gonna erase some more. We're gonna erase just around my neck because we're gonna crop out the rest, so it doesn't really matter. Crop that out. Is it perfect? No. Does it matter? It's fun. Matt's face. We could probably just keep it simple. We're still gonna crop it, so it really doesn't matter. But we can just erase everything we don't like. There we go. Then we're going to click off. Next. Okay, great. Now we have a Maddox face, right? And then we're going to bring Tingle in. Tingle. There's Tingle. I'm not really facing the right way, but we're gonna try. We're gonna do our best. Now we're gonna go to background remover on Tingle as well. And I'm going to click into that. Now I'm going to try get rid of just the face. There are like face and hole and stuff like that that'll help with this. This is this is what takes time and lots of good mouse work. And I'm not doing it the best right now, but lots of good mouse control. Do it in spurts so that when you mess up, you don't have to restart the whole thing again. Just kind of fade it into the corners. And we're just gonna brush. I am gonna keep the little goatee because I like it. And I wish I had a goatee like Tingle.
Send me that image and send me the image. Send me both.
So Terrace has AI. He can just take AI to just merge the two and just say done. Like, good for you. No, I'll share with you later.
Send me both of those images real quick. So
yeah.
I could do this while you're finishing this up.
I'm busy here. I'm trying to get the bottom line. Oh, trying to get that bottom line here. Yum. Yeah, I'll send you the images. Hang on. Let's go to
He's like, let me get a little further first before you start overtaking.
Oh yeah. You're gonna fucking beat me. Bot. It sucks. All right, no. I'm gonna give you here. There's the full image there, and get it down to just my head. Good luck. There you go, and then boom, do it. Let's see it. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Not starting with everything done.
Save image.
It's a
so
little
let's
choppy there. All right.
download.
Terrace made me rush. Terrace made me rush. I want to let you all know Terrace made me rush. All right, so now I'm going to press OK there. And then boop. Now I've cut that out. I'm going to take the Maddox head now. And, well, let's move Tingle around. I'm going to try and size this to match. There we go. We're getting there. Almost. Now the problem is, because this has to be over top of it, once I move it back here, I can't resize this as easily. But we're going to fit me here. Now, I'm going to have to do a little more trimmy cutting because, one, see my neck feeds in here. So all we need to do, click on this layer, prop it up, because I only need it up to here. And then I don't need as much head or ears, really. Getting there. Almost. I'm going to have to do some erasing. All right, watch this. I get fancy. And we're going to tilt it a little bit. And almost there. Okay. And then I'm going to go back to the background remover, and I'm going to try and remember what I need to get rid of. This is a little tricky. Move some of this. Move my ears. Remove some of my cheek. A little bit. Move. Oh. Move my ear. Go. And do I need to get rid of some of my head? We're going to start with that. Oh, I removed too much. So this is where Photoshop would be really fun because it would let me actually like mess with this stuff. Put my cheek back. This is a real hard way to do this, guys. This is not super fun or easy right now. Background remover again. Show original image. I wish it would show me original image in the current image because then I could really get down to it. And that's something that Canva might have a little trick.
Look in the chat, Maddox.
You already got it? You're so quick.
That's what she said. But yeah.
Mostly there, but my neck's in the
mostly
picture.
there.
It's weird.
I would, yeah. It's hard to adjust that with AI. Like the fine tuning stuff, AI gives you a hard time with.
Yeah, it does. I'm gonna just give my cheeks a little more. Oh, almost. Let's try that. We're just gonna go slow here. A little more from my eyebrow to my. Okay, a little more. There, got it. Background remover, store. From here. Okay, we're gonna try that. See what we're missing. Mostly. And then I can just knock that off and we'd be square. Wow. Really silly. Nope. You guys get the point. I'm a good sport. That's the point. I forget now. Do I need to add or subtract? Cut it from this part of my chin to that highlight. Okay. Is that all? Almost. A little bit more fuzz. Whoa. Gonna be too. I give up. Shrink. Smaller. Bigger. Yeah, it was perfect before. All right. As good as we're going to get today. Enjoy. We're going to make it really small so nobody cares. And then we're going to... So annoying. But then we're going to share with Maddox Tingle. And then we're going to share and we're going to go download. Here's another premium tool. Transparent background. Download. And then mine's better than Terrace's because mine is a sticker. And there we go. And that's the end of the show, guys. Maddox Tingle.
Sticker.
Yeah.
I could turn mine into a sticker. I didn't know we were turning it into a sticker. Turn mine into a sticker.
See, AI can't do it all, guys. Maddox can do it better. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something, had fun, laughed at my little tingle. Thank you, Moglin, for pointing that out. It's really great. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. Parker.
Oh look, it even adjusted it.
Yeah, see, that's what. So that's where like I stop with AI is like that. Like I get on a roll, and unless I've got tons of tokens to play around with it and make it happen, like I'm not.
I actually don't spend any tokens. I'm using Gemini.
That's good. It's just I get off track. Like it starts making stuff I don't want it to make. It starts like doing all sorts. Know how to do it so you have control. You can do what you want. If I gave that an honest another 20 minutes, I'd probably fix that little corner bit. But for the purpose of this little sticker, sure looks like Maddox is a tingle. That's ridiculous, dude. Great.
Maddox Jahut? Like what the fuck?
No. That's MODOK. If I'm not mistaken.
MODOK?
If I'm not mistaken, that's the little like shrunken guy from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's who Ghost Cat calls me. He says I'm MODOK. That's MODOK.
Keeping this forever.
Oh, lovely. Now you got a memento from. So Moglin hasn't been here before. That's ridiculous, dude. Welcome to Maddox Mondays. We do this every other Monday. We try to stick on the topic of like Terrace does writing stuff, and I do the artsy stuff. And it's been a really awesome last 6 months or so doing this with CJF, and it's one of my highlights of my weeks. So thank you guys for being awesome and attentive and asking good questions. And we'll write up the contest for the week, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Have fun with it. Again, most important is just have fun. Doesn't have to be too serious. I just want to see the practical application of some of the tips and tricks we shared with how to take a still image and make it animated. It's not hard. Just have fun. Okay? Anything else you got, Terrace? Anything you want me to cover? Any questions from the chat before we go? Anything at all? Ooh. Good point,
I think
Moglin.
he said MODOK, not Murdoch.
Murdoch is different. MODOK, I think. MODOK Maxwell. Murdoch. Hold on.
Yeah, he doesn't call Murdoch MODOK. He calls Murdoch some other wild, weird thing. Why do you not have a Google search from your thing? What?
From Discord?
Yeah.
I don't.
I guess I can't either. What happened to it? It was there before.
I don't know.
That's weird.
I don't know. I was gonna reverse search.
I'm searching it now. MODOK, MODOK.
Yeah. Okay.
Quantum Mania. Part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, yes.
Okay, so it is a Marvel thing. I thought it was TMNT, but I could be totally wrong here.
No, it's Marvel for sure.
Okay.
But it is.
Well, that's
MODOK.
Krang. No. Hold on, I'm thinking of something. Yeah, this is MODOK. This is what Ghost Cat calls me every day for the last 6 years, 5 years. He's been calling me MODOK. This is who he thinks of. Yes.
I don't. Does he even say his name right? Like,
the guy with the baby feet.
I don't think he gets any names.
Look at his little baby feet. They're so cute. He's just a head with baby feet. Yep, that's MODOK.
Jay says, "Remember my question, Maddox."
What is your question, Jay?
Yeah, what's your question, Jay? 'Cause I don't remember it.
Can you remind me, Jay? Would you mind reminding me, please? I'm happy to answer it. I missed it. I am human. Apologies.
Beep boop.
Beep bop. Do I prefer? I have an application for each of them, Nero. So I prefer on a daily driving basis Canva, but sometimes I need CapCut. I'm not gonna do my video edits in Canva most of the time. I'm gonna do my assets in Canva and my edits in CapCut. I think they're both really user friendly. I've used DaVinci Resolve. I've used Adobe. I've used other really free, crappy video editing tools. CapCut is really awesome. What's not really awesome with CapCut is that they're moving a lot of their tools to premium only. And
a lot of their assets and transitions.
It sucks because it used to be super free. Another workaround for, especially on mobile, if you're looking to do edits, that I mean, TikTok is actually a really powerful video editing tool. In the TikTok Studio, right on the app, just when you hit the plus sign in the middle.
TikTok created CapCut.
Yeah, well, they're the same company. I don't know if they create. Yeah, whatever.
It's part of their
same
part of their ecosystem.
But
so
different.
They probably use that engine.
Yeah.
For their video editing.
Yeah.
And Jay did have his question in there.
Okay, how do I edit an already made graphic, one I didn't create, to change the text? I mean, clearing/removing text and Okay, so the way I would do it.
That one's tough.
It's a tough one.
On what version of Canva you have. You can use the magic grab for one.
Yep.
That helps.
Yep. So like, yes. So Terrace is right. If I took, we can do it quick. The last one. Let's take
that one. Effects, units, upgrades.
Yeah, totally. Perfect. So let's say this is my thing. So first and easiest option, like let's say you get let's say you get like a game, like let's say it's like a banner with the logo, for example. Trying to find one that's made actually. Here's Reaper Actuals. This is just a backdrop. Like if I was doing marketing with Reaper Actual, which I have, actually I did this. I asked them for their media kit. I wanted the base assets. I didn't want Reaper Actual in the corner here because I was doing a founder showcase and I wanted this to be the middle. But if I put it again in the middle, it would look silly also up in the corner. So I could do one of two things. I could cut it out, frankly, and like use it again. But this gets tricky. So let's do, I would Control D. I would crop it. I would, if I'm like, this is a really hard way to do it. Like, this is not the suggested way. Background remover. It's gone. So the background remover totally ditched it because it probably didn't consider that. It considered that part of the background. If you hit background remover right now, it's going to catch this guy more than likely. Yeah. So now we've got the guy. That's great. Doesn't matter. You could. It's a premium tool too. So like you're already into premium. Let's restore the words. Like good luck doing this. That's near impossible. Like even if we bring it down to the brush size of 1, fuck this, dude. I'm not into it. Like no thanks. That sucks to do. So I'm not gonna do any of that work manually. I would ask them for their media kit and say, give me your backdrop, give me your logo. I need all this to make some media for you online. Okay? Like if we're going to collab and do a thing, give me enough tools to make my own media to present what we're doing. First and foremost. Restore. Shit. Restore window. Okay. So I don't like, if that's the example, like, nope. Before I move on, does that make are we on the right track for the question? Do a real crop. Thanks, Mogul. I know.
Well, he's looking to just take the
No,
use the other
Mogun's right.
one.
Mogun's right. If I want to actually like crop the thing to then do a background remover, I should use the actual crop tool. I did a lazy crop, which isn't true. Then say done. Then say background remover. Still gets rid of it, bro.
Because it's still part of the background.
So dumb.
Because when you crop, the full image is still there.
Yeah. I don't like this.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's Canva tech, Dan. It's another tool we have a lot of videos on.
So
but use it on that one. Yeah, because that one shows like if it's simple text, that's easy enough.
So it'll take the letters off of it, and it was only a black background to start. I did something like this. Let me see something. All right, so this is what I actually used. This was an image I made, and I used this exact cutout right here, and then I wanted to have like it zoom in right here, so I put a magnifying glass, and the magnifying glass, and I cropped the image again on top of itself. And I had to cut out different parts. This is one crop, this is two crops, and I had to get it to fit within the ring of the circle. So you'd never really notice that. I did, and I just showed you that. But like anybody looking at the whole image is like, oh, that's cool. It just zooms in on like, how many AP cards I had because I was trying to say, hey, send me cards with Idris. You can. Super cool. And I put a shadow effect on it because without the shadow effect, or did I? Yeah, there's a shadow on that. Without the shadow effect, it would look silly and not pop as well. So, that's how I grabbed text. It's not always clean. It's not always fun. The same with like logos and stuff. You can do the same thing. Not always clean, not always fun, especially the resolution. Like if they give you crappy resolution, good luck. There's no real way that background remover is gonna grab it. So then you need to start researching logos, or I'm sorry, not logos, text. Like if I want to make when I made Holly, come back to the home. So where's a good example? We were gonna do a finals golf tournament, which I still want to do. I grabbed this text font, Noto Sans. I had to research what the finals used in their actual font, and then it gives you a font. Like you have to download the actual font kit, and then you have to upload the font in the text styles. You can upload your fonts. Like these are the ones I've uploaded. I've uploaded Mortal Kombat for like some gaming stuff. I don't remember what this one's from. Just, you can download fonts. If you don't find the font you're looking for, you can go look up what this company's font is, and usually in their media kit. So first, find the media kit. If a company doesn't give it to you, you can ask for it, and say you were looking to do some media with, based around their stuff, and you'd like their media kit. They usually have a public media kit they'll share with you, especially if you say you're a creator and blah blah blah. The easiest way, get the media kit. If not, you got to start doing weird shit and like finding the text and whatever, and then you can make your own text. This has a background remover on it, and it looked like this before with the red background, right? But when it cuts it out, it still has the like red tint on it. So if I didn't put it on something red, I would have probably noticed that pretty well. I also probably put a shadow on it. So there's without the shadow. See how that looks? Really shitty, especially on white. You're gonna get all the background bleed like off of that lettering. So add a glow, hide it a little. You know, and put it on a similar background. Nobody will know. And if you can, you upscale it. It's another premium tool, but you can upscale the font because it's a little faded. See that? It's all pixely. Upscale it. It should sharpen up the image a little bit and grab what it can see as color versus color and kind of do the, you know, beautification filter on it, essentially. Just clean up those. Yeah, pop. Look at that. We'll add it to the image. Nice and clean. When we back up, even. So, those are some of the tips. But I've walked away from the chat too long. Did that answer the question there, Jay? I know you're trying to take something that exists and make it edited, and there's not really an easy answer for you. There are ways to magic edit something out. Do you have an example of what you're looking for, like to edit or to change? Pixel Cut AI? I'll have to check that out.
Let's explore it live. No.
I've been here for 2 hours. I love you all, but we've held everyone too long, even me. But Pixel Cut free edit. Okay. Find some cut. Yeah, try this weird shit. Here you go. On-demand editor. Change the word legends to lasagna. How do you spell lasagna?
LASAGNA.
Uh-huh.
It's GNA.
Yeah,
for
got
Italian
it.
shit.
Got it.
Yeah.
Does this work?
Geez, 606 events. How many of you guys are leaving and joining back in? Oh my god.
How free is this? How free is this? When does it start asking me for money? There you go, Terrace.
Well. Ooh. Well, that's not. Oh yeah, that is League of Legends. Holy shit.
It's added an extra N.
Kale and yeah, that's the only problem. And it missed an A.
Yeah.
Ligma.
Ligma. Well, this one said lasagna. So
that one looks right on the bottom right.
Well, it added a different font.
Yeah, it just differentiates the League of Lasagna. Yeah.
And look what it did to those poor faces. Oh
my god.
Those poor faces.
I can't even tell who they are.
It's so bad.
I see Dr. Mundo.
Oh. Yeah, either way. I like this one.
Use the link that Magwin DM'd you.
It's not a prompt. I said change Legends to lasagna. Lasagna.
Yeah, he didn't use a prompt though. He used the tool there.
The tool asks you for a short prompt. I could have.
No, just go ahead. Put the image in.
I did.
You'll see. Yeah.
There's the original.
All right. Now there's a thing where you can select it. Yes.
Oh, fun. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Now can it recognize, like, do I have to be perfect with the draw, Or am I able to?
If you look at the image that he did before, he was not perfect with the image. So with the draw. So
Retouch, expand,
remove
upscale.
text.
Where do you have remove text?
Under retouch. On the
It says
right, there's a drop down. Oh
retouch.
wait, never mind.
I don't
Yeah,
see
no,
it.
never mind. I think you're good. Just draw over it. No, just the one that you want changed.
I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna try and steal the logo because that's something common that comes up. Jay, what do you want to do to change an image that already exists? What do you want to do? What's the
Just ask it to remove, yeah.
Generate or erase?
Erase.
Okay, so then what it does is it imagines what potentially could have been there. This is a tool in Canva as well. It's the magic grab.
Katarina's face? Ew, that's terrible.
Yeah, they fucked everything up. And then it's gone, right? So now you've taken the logo out of the thing, but now you've got all this weirdness. So you got to put something back there to hide that. That's the next step. If I was replacing this, myself.
You could do like a banner.
You could do anything you want. You could throw your any logo there. You could throw, you know, whatever. You can do whatever you want. That's a really great tool.
Again, it depends on how complex the image is, Jay, for sure.
Now, what's the options here? So you get 3 downloads a day, unlimited downloads, costs $10 a month, $30 a month for Pro, or $60 for the Max. And you can add 3 people to the $10 a month. That's pretty cool. So we're looking at, yeah, it's not the worst, but for a tool that I'm just cropping things, I don't know. I don't need it myself. If your job was, parroting other things all day long, maybe. But it's very, it looks powerful. I don't have anything against it. It looks good. It looks good.
I like how it replaced the text.
3 downloads a day would work, for sure.
Would work for what?
You get 3 downloads a day editing with Pixel Cut.
Yeah, but it depends on how many graphics you really need to make a day.
Exactly. Yeah. Like so if it's a once in a while thing, I think it's fine with just on the free. Yeah, I was just saying I wouldn't pay into Pro. $10 a month, $8 a month. No thanks. I'm good. I pay $10 a month for Canva. I'm good. Yeah, no.
Well, that's only because you pay yearly.
I also pay yearly.
So you don't pay $10 a month. You pay X amount per year.
120 a year. Yep. Well spent.
Yo, toxic.
Nice, dude. So it does work. I like it. And that's a relatively easy restore background too, Moglin. So like, I can see where it was done if I really wanted to look at it. You can see the pixels. What they do is they just gather what's around it and just kind of generate what could plausibly be behind the thing that you're asking to remove. And it just chucks a bunch of different blues. Luckily, it's a very, very, very like gradual and not drastically different gradient from this blue to this blue. So it just chucked a bunch of those kind of colors in that section. And it's there. You can see it. Not very well. And it's not, not to the untrained eye. If I zoomed out, that splotch might be a little bigger. Let me look at, I barely see it. If I'm looking for it, I see it. But otherwise, no, I wouldn't know it. I wouldn't notice. It's pretty darn good for a free tool there.
Yes.
Pretty darn good. I won't be that picky.
Working perfection.
I won't be that picky. But yeah, pretty awesome. Okay, guys. We're going to have the recording up. Jay, I haven't heard from you. Other than, yeah, something like that.
Is that what you wanted, friend? Yeah. All right. So there's so many people.
Of course.
I'm going to try the bot for the giveaway rather than trying to do because it's been 2 hours already, guys. We've been here for a while. I'm going to try the bot for the giveaway just to see how this goes. It's tracking properly now. So I want to test the giveaway functionality. Draw winners, channel, CJF stage, milestone threshold, 15. Winner count, we're going to do 3. And prize amount is going to be 10 USDT. All right, you guys ready for the drawing?
Yes.
Ready, 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 steady, and let's see who gets it. Ah, shit. Didn't work. Hold on. I ended up hitting a period. Derp.
I'm gonna stop sharing screen now. Here. Oops.
Slash stage track export current. Wait, no, not export current. Want to do draw winners channel CGF stage. Milestone threshold 15. Winner count 3. Prize amount 10. Whoop. 10 USDT. Bang. All right. Let's see who won. Solo for Ranger, Blink, and Gagnang. Congratulations, guys.
GG's. All right. Sweet sauce. Sweet sauce.
My neck hurts and I need to pee.
Ew.
Yes, Lucky, you were late, buddy. It happens sometimes.
So bad for your back gaming chairs.
I
They
love
look
my
cool.
gaming chair.
They look cool. That's what they got going for.
I love my gaming chair. I actually bought a new chair, didn't like the new chair, replaced the base for this chair because the base for this chair was mucked up.
Yeah.
So I will I like until this chair is literally falling apart, I will not get rid of it because of how much of a pain in the ass it is to find another good chair that I
Mhm.
like. I am so comfortable. You know what I did? I added one of those like neck pillow things
Yeah.
so that like I can sit back without having to like lean all the way
I
back.
added a like I have like a wide ass chair
Like,
and it
look,
has no arms and I added a lumbar like strap thing to the back of it and it works pretty good. Reminds me to scoot my butt back and stuff like that. He's good.
Looky. Look
He's
at this
good.
thing. This thing
Yeah.
is great.
Oh,
And
those
it
are
even
great.
has like a little
That's
yeah.
great.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. And then I don't have to like lean back to lean back, like or be like supported. So it's really nice. Comfortable.
Moglin in the wooden
Oh, it
chair
is.
is
I've
is
fallen asleep here
doing
so
better
many
things
times
for
in
his
books.
back than anybody here. Yeah. The wooden
What?
kitchen chair.
Wooden chair? No.
It's good for
No.
you.
No, because usually you're sitting if you're using a wooden kitchen chair, are you at a gaming desk or
He built his desk. It's like perfect for his height and
oh,
everything.
see, that's something different.
Yeah.
I got to get a new desk, and I'm kind of like annoyed with that situation, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We like you. All right, guys. Love y'all.
Nero, just because they're not online doesn't mean that they didn't qualify. We had a requirement of 15 minutes for today. And yeah, so like even if like if you had ended up having to leave, I still would have included you in the drawing if you had spent 15, 20, 30 minutes here. I don't want to be unfair to people who did participate even if they couldn't participate for the full hour or 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't do the lying down with a laptop. I just can't do it.
Oh, that's a
That's so it's so I have to lay on my stomach. I can't like lay on my back with a laptop. Like the gut gets in the way. Either way. But like laying on the stomach is the way to go, and then it just puts so much pressure on my back because being fat, you know, laying on your stomach puts you out of alignment, and yeah, it's no fun. Floor is something I never do. Being fat, we don't do floor. You know, getting up from the floor is miserable. Oh.
All right, homies. I'm gonna go prep for the next meeting, but I love y'all and can't wait to see what you guys pump out creative wise. All right, you're all creators. Go have fun.
Thank you everybody for attending today. I look forward to seeing more participation. We've got Toxic Tuesday coming tomorrow. He's going to be doing Legend of Ymir. So it's going to be a new game, MMORPG. It's available for PC, iOS, and Android. I have the link in the announcement where you can pre-register. If you pre-register and pre-download, they're giving away bonuses to your accounts. They are a Web3 game. They're an Eastern studio. WeMix. They're like the people that work with Mir 4 and Legends Rohan 2 and all of the others. So there's some earning potential here. There's also some potential for this to be an amazing game. So I look forward to trying it out with you guys. I look forward to playing. I've already downloaded it. It's ready to go. And yeah, if you guys want to take a peek at that, because I don't want to end up burning my account because I'm gonna get booted. I'll get booted. You guys can check that out there. All right. But yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys there. Thanks again for stopping in and hanging out. This has been another Maddox Mondays on CJF. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Another excellent Maddox Monday for the books. Hope you guys learned something about animating graphics today and all the ways you might be able to do it. Show me what you got. Let me see what you did. If you guys want to join in on the competition, we host one after every one of these in CGN Friends. Links down in the description. You can join. We'll post up the parameters of the contest, and you can win a little money just practicing the skills we showcased today. Otherwise, have a wonderful rest of your Monday, and we'll be back again to do it in another 2 weeks. All right, see y'all next time. Bye-bye.